It's often said that the best gym, the best diet, the best whatever is the one that you stick to. Yet, even with that in mind, there are so many people in the fitness and health wellness communities that really hate Planet Fitness. Hey everyone, my name is Christian Verstappen, and I have a lot to say about many things. I want to talk about this new video I came across, how Planet Fitness became hated by the world. We have this cute little thumbnail here with Planet Awful. I've watched this video before, and there are definitely some things that I agree with here and there. However, for the most part, I don't really have that much of a problem with them. I mean, for me, they're convenient, they're close by, which is extremely important to me. But let's get into the video, and we'll see where we go from here.
To understand the overwhelming hatred for Planet Fitness, you first need to understand their business model. Planet Fitness was created with the goal of having a non-competitive culture, opposite to that of something like Gold's Gym, where bodybuilding is glorified. Everything in Planet Fitness is catered towards the less experienced beginner, and on the surface this makes Planet Fitness look like a fairly positive place. However, as we look into the methods they use to achieve this beginner-friendly image, you'll start to understand why their approach also receives an...
So full disclosure, I don't know if this is a franchise thing or what, but I have never seen things like this, for example. Now, granted, I'm very sporadic about when I go. I've kept up schedules frequently where I've gone every morning, and then I've kept up schedules where not every 5 days a week, and then I've done schedules where I go every evening 5 days a week, and try to stick to that kind of schedule with some room for variance here and there. Now my schedule actually is I work out after I'm done recording these. So, but regardless, I've never seen, and I've heard about this whole they give you pizza, they give you donuts, like all these. I've heard about this. I've never seen it, but I have heard about it. Many of the things they talk about, I've only ever heard of, and we'll get to it.
insane amount of backlash. This image posted to the Gym Memes Facebook page shows a note attached to a Planet Fitness leg press reading, "We do not cater to bodybuilders or heavyweight lifters. Please help us keep our non-intimidating environment by loading only 4 weight plates on each side," with this note showing that not only are Planet Fitness trying to cater to beginners, but they're also trying to repel anyone who might consider themselves an intermediate or advanced lifter. In addition to requesting that members only use a maximum of 4 plates on the leg press, Planet Fitness gyms also feature no squat rack, no deadlifting area, and no bench press, with the Smith machine being the only alternative for those looking to perform these exercises, or if you're desperate enough, you can evidently use the machine where you'd usually do dips.
That is true. Those are both true. There are no actual like traditional weight racks or anything like that. You do have to use that thing. It's called the Smith machine, where it's, and what it is essentially, if you can't really see by this picture, but there are these, I'm going to call them ropes because I'm not really sure what else to call them, but these things that kind of push, in a way, the cables is the word. These cables that help the weight that you're holding actually kind of glide up and down. So it assists you a little bit and it keeps it in place. You can't move it, you can't take it away, you can't do anything like that. You have to just stick with it in this position. They also don't have a, what is that thing called? They don't have a hip thrust machine. Let me show you what a hip thrust machine is real quick. So, I just want something where we can see clearly what the person's doing. I guess here, this one will work. Okay, yeah, this will probably work best. So essentially, the way that a hip thrust machine works is you sit in this chair type of thing, and you put your feet on this foot. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what the terminology for a lot of this stuff is. I'll be real with you. I have a plan that I follow for workouts. I've gone through a few different plans. I follow a plan. I do what the plan says. I don't know shit about the terminology. I just know it's kind of like sex. I know the positions, but I don't know what they're called. No. So you put your feet on this thing, and you lay your back as she's doing, and you put this belt kind of around you. I think that's what she has here, and you do a hip thrust. Maybe there was a video here. Maybe this guy, we can see it better with him here. Maybe it would be better to have videos on this rather
A
than
huge
yeah.
part of any hip
So as you can see, you just you thrust like so. So I'm sorry. Anyway, you thrust. But the thing is, they don't have a hip thrust machine at this gym. What you can do, what people do, what I've done, what I've seen other people do, is essentially you can position one of the benches to be on your back, and you can position yourself kind of against with your hips toward the weight here, and you can thrust up with that. I hope that makes sense what I'm talking about. I don't know if I explained that the best, but my point is he's absolutely correct that they don't have these machines. They do generally have workarounds for this stuff, but he's right. They don't have these machines for some of these pretty basic exercises. I don't believe they have a prone leg curl either, at least not at the one that I go to. And just so you're aware, what a prone leg curl is. It looks like this. This is good. We'll just use that one. You start with that and you do that. They don't have that either, from what I remember. I say from what I remember because I think I have a smaller Planet Fitness at the one I go to, but even still, they don't. Yeah, they don't have a prone leg curl.
Exercises, or if you're desperate enough, you can evidently use the machine where you'd usually do dips. The gym requests that members refrain from doing T-rows, overhead presses.
Just to be clear, I'll show you real quick what a. By the way, I had to look up all of these things to teach myself how to actually do this stuff before. So they have, and he actually shows you one here at Planet Fitness. Let's see if they show you pretty much the same thing here. But okay, let's see here. Okay, yeah, so he actually kind of shows you here. You just put your knees on this little padded bench. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know what you would call these things. And you grab, this is if you're doing dips, and you grab these bars here, and you do dips like how he's doing. As you can see with the bars up here, you can also use this for, what are those things called? Pull-ups and stuff like that as well. I'm sorry, I am so not thinking what any of the terminology for any of this stuff is. Even the most basic shit is just like, I'm completely forgetting, and I do apologize, but anyway.
Clean and jerks, deadlifts, and even requests that members don't do supersets, which is achieved in part by
Again, maybe this is my gym doesn't have a problem with this, but people do deadlifts at my gym. Now, granted, you have to use the Smith machine for it, and it's not great, but you can do deadlifts. I don't do deadlifts because I've heard horror stories of how they can fuck up your back. In fact, okay, Vashnever actually talked about it specific, or there's not a video on the deadlift thing specifically, or at least that it is called anything about deadlifts. But essentially, the streamer, and I guess you could call, say, YouTuber Vosh, used to be kind of a bodybuilder. He did boxing and stuff in high school and college, I believe, and he completely ruined his back by doing a deadlift, and he got to a point where he was super like he couldn't work out at all, and he gained weight and different things, and I don't want to get like that at all. I don't even want to risk that, so I don't bother with deadlifts. Deadlifts, you definitely have to have the proper form. For those that don't know what a deadlift is, let's just show you what a deadlift is real quick. I am going through all these things, by the way, because I want people that don't know what this stuff is to be able to learn, you know? I mean, I want you guys to be able to follow along. I don't expect everybody to just know this shit. I sure as hell didn't. Okay, let's see here. So this guy's going to show you the proper form, and
place together. He's going to pull the slack out of the bar next. This is another little way to help set your lats, keep your back involved in this, because remember, you don't want your shoulders hanging out to dry to lift this weight. Protect. Squeezes his glutes at the top. Note that you're going to see a lot of people overextend. Show them what that looks like, Brett. You don't want to do that. You want to stay nice and smooth. Just squeeze your glutes at the top. Stand up in a good position. That's a deadlift. Put it right back down, Brett.
yeah, so if you're going to do that at this gym at Planet Fitness, you are going to have to use the Smith machine, or you can use one of their barbells. Their barbells go up to, I think, 70 pounds. I don't know, because I haven't pushed more than 30, I think, but I'm working up to it, you know.
Maxing out their dumbbells at 75 pounds or 34
Speaking of 75.
kilos, with this number being an even lower 60 pounds or 27 kilos, depending on which franchise you go to. As an alternative, Planet Fitness gyms are instead filled with excessive amounts of cardio
This is true. They have a shit ton of cardio all around the back.
equipment, with a possible goal of encouraging their members to avoid the weight training area altogether. So basically, Planet Fitness doesn't allow you to actually get stronger. The only gym that doesn't like people going to the gym. I went to Planet Fitness as a joke with one of my friends because your first day you get free to test out, and I was deadlifting 360 on the Smith machine, and I put pads underneath the weight so it wouldn't slam, and the manager kicked me out because I was noticeably stronger than everyone else and creating an intimidating atmosphere. Planet Fitness having a problem with people who are noticeably stronger than
I've seen people like this guy in my gym.
everyone else is something that can also be observed in
Maybe not this guy, but close to it.
countless different YouTube videos.
I wasn't there a week, and I was told, you intimidate the other patrons, and we don't like your type here.
For example, 4 times world's strongest man Brian Shaw was kicked out of Planet Fitness whilst making a fairly relaxed YouTube video, with this piece of content pairing another titled Planet Fitness cancelled my membership after 500-pound bench press, cementing their dislike for those who go to the gym to push their limits. As an extra measure to avoid intense exercise,
Now this is really interesting. I always thought that this was automatic.
Planet Fitness also has their notorious lunk alarm, which can be triggered by Planet Fitness staff anytime they see a member working out too intensely.
Yeah, so it happens. It's not an automatic thing. People talk about how, oh, if you throw the weights on the ground or whatever too hard, the alarm will go off. No, it's not automatic. I always thought it was, but it's not. I've never seen it happen. I've never heard it happen. I've seen people make weights thud pretty loud. People grunt and stuff while they work out. You know, all those different things. So, yeah.
Lunk alarm is actually pretty goated. If it goes off, it means that you're making gains, and the staff is just making sure that everyone knows that you're built different. But while this person managed to frame the lunk alarm as beneficial, on a wider scale the concept has been criticized pretty damn heavily. The alarms are set to trigger when they detect muscles actually contracting. Planet Fitness, you're being too loud. Also Planet Fitness uses tornado warning sign to replace the noise of normal gym activities. This alarm is infinitely more disruptive than the clanking of weights or grunts of strained lifters. It's also startling, which can cause severe injuries to anyone under load, and in addition to simply having the lunk alarm, there are countless comments describing ridiculous situations during which the alarm has been sounded. I accidentally dropped my drink off the treadmill and the lunk alarm went off. I got kicked out. The lunk alarm goes off.
That's wild to me. I've dropped my water bottle before. So, fun fact, they actually have signs plastered over that tell you not to, like, take bags onto the gym floor. I take my my gym bag. It's not a duffel bag though. It's just a drawstring bag. I take that with me all the time. Now, granted, I only keep my my wallet and my earbuds in. Sponsored by Raycon. No, I'm kidding. But they're essentially Raycon. They're not actually Raycon. They're called just to pull it up real quick. Here we are. JLab Buds Air. This is what I use. Highly recommend these, by the way, for anyone that wants like what are they called? Truly wireless earbuds that aren't going to be like, I have Apple earbuds too, whatever those are called. I don't like them at all. Every time you use them, they like, if you need to take one out to, like, I don't know, scratch your ear or something, or even if it just falls out, it can mess up your connection altogether. So Apple earbuds are way too sensitive. I don't like them at all. But JLab Audio Buds Air Pro, I highly recommend. Anyway, back to this.
Off if you accidentally drop a pen.
Alright guys, I'm at Planet Fitness. Watch how ridiculous this is. Really? A pen?
But to be fair to Planet Fitness, both gym members and the staff themselves have often stated in videos and comments that the lunk alarm is rarely ever used.
Yes, there is a lunk alarm. However, I've never even heard it go off.
I've worked at 2 different Planet Fitness locations, and we never once sounded the lunk alarm on people for anything. I think it depends on the individual locations whether they're franchise or not. We were told that we weren't allowed to use it, that it was more of a novelty item. I went to Planet Fitness for 6 months and never heard the alarm. I think it mostly depends on the manager you get. Treat the alarm as a sign of a good or bad manager. If that alarm sounds, it's time to find another gym. As a person who works at Planet Fitness, we never set the lunk alarm off.
We don't pull the lunk alarm. We don't pull it because there's no purpose to, like, you know. On the flip side too, we like to have fun. Sometimes as soon as we just hear anything, boom, we just pull it. And it's different when your manager's there and when your manager's not there.
However, while the
No, and I want to point that out too. I can absolutely see people, because again, it's not automatic. I thought it was, but it's not. I can absolutely see people who would do that just to fuck with people, just to be like, oh hey, you dropped something, you know, like, fuck. I mean, come on, you know, it's a slow day. You're bored, you know, whatever. What I will say, a kind of issue that I do have with Planet Fitness is that okay, you know how they say never trust a skinny chef? I think the same kind of thing can be said for anybody that's doing anything with fitness where they themselves are not in shape. However, because I will say there are people that are definitely out of shape and should be, you know, working out themselves at the gym. However, at the end of the day, I don't really care. Their employees are there to do a job as long as they do it and they keep things up and all that. Like, you know, they're providing the space for me and other people to work out if we want to. So if they don't want to work out, you know, whatever. I'm just saying it definitely has an air of like, really, you work at a gym? Like, I don't know. It just there's a certain vibe. I actually, when I was younger, never wanted to work at Planet Fitness for that reason. I always figured, oh, I can't work at any gym. I can't work at Planet Fitness because I'm not fit myself. And hell, I'm still not. I'm trying to get fit. But, you know, you got to work at it.
The alarm can be dismissed as somewhat of a meme. Drinking out of a gallon water jug as well as their dress code are both something that Planet Fitness does take extremely seriously.
Again, never seen this. My friend that I actually go with now, she takes like a huge jug with her and I've seen other people take like those. Let me find them here. I've seen people, whoops, not shopping. Images. I mean, that'll do, but yeah, I've seen people take, really? I wanted to, I have a view image button, and yet okay, whatever. I don't want to download the image. I just want to see the damn thing. All right, here, whatever. I've seen people take jugs in like this, and it's never been an issue. It's never been an issue. Now, granted, it could be because of the times that I tend to go, but I've gone all times of the day. I've gone early in the morning. I've gone late in the evening. I now go late in the evening. I go early, or I've gone midday. I've gone all sorts of times. And I've never seen issues with any of this stuff. Not to say it doesn't happen, but at least that I haven't seen it. By the way, one of the things that I really like about Planet Fitness, really, I would say is their convenience in general. And one of those things that is convenient is the fact that they are open 24/7. I was going to a gym before that closed at like 10. Well, normally it closed at 11, but it closed at 10 on Friday even, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what? No. If I want to go later, well, I kind of can't. And if I want to go earlier, I got to go super early. It was just, yeah, I didn't like it. Things that are open 24/7 are always going to be better than things that are not open 24/7, in my honest opinion. One of the things that made Walmart goated for so long too, but Walmart isn't even open 24/7 anymore, and that's just really annoying.
In the previously mentioned video where Brian Shaw gets kicked out of Planet Fitness, a sign can be seen which reads,
"No gym intimidation. Environment, please no jeans, boots, sandals." No jeans. Why would jeans be intimidating? Jeans are just dumb. I wear jeans all the time, but I'm not going to work out in jeans. Boots. Well, let's see how many of these things I've seen. Again, I don't know why you'd wear sandals either. That sounds like a really dumb thing to wear for a workout. String tank tops. Hope this won't be YouTube TOS. Let's see here. String. What is a string tank top? Oh, I've absolutely seen people wear these. Are you kidding me? Yeah, no, I've absolutely seen people wear these. 100%. Men and women, absolutely. 100%, yeah. Okay.
reads, dress code. To maintain our no gym-timidation environment, please no jeans, boots, sandals, or string tank tops, thank you. Other banned items of clothing include do-rags, skull caps, bandanas, and
I've seen people wear... What is a skull cap? A beanie? A skull cap is a beanie? Again, I don't know why you would wear this at the gym, but... Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't think I've seen people wear this.
And judging from internet anecdotes, this dress code is definitely the next reason behind why the gym is so hated. I used to have a Planet Fitness membership, and on multiple occasions they asked me to go home and change my gym outfit to something less revealing. I was wearing a tank top and shorts, lol, or they would give me one of those hideous white t-shirts with their logo to cover myself up.
I realize this is all anecdotal, but I just want to point out my personal experience with Planet Fitness in comparison to the deluge of negativity that it gets. Is this the way I want to phrase this? Let's see here. I've seen women wear things like this. Yes, this would probably be the best example. I have absolutely seen women wear outfits like this, and it's not been an issue at all. Again, I don't know. Maybe my Planet Fitness is different. Maybe my gym is different. I don't know, but I haven't had an issue personally with any of these problems. Again, that's not to say that they aren't happening, but I just want to. I don't know.
In this video titled Planet...
I guess I want to more so say kind of don't write them off altogether. You know, be willing to experience them at least for a day, because they do give you a free day membership to, or is it $10 for a day to just try it out, see what you think.
Planet Fitness fail, why I cancelled my membership, the girl explains that she was confronted by staff for simply having a 1-gallon water bottle.
One of the workers did a beeline for me one time while I'm working out, interrupts my set, and is like, oh, you can't have that gallon of water here.
Whilst another member was denied entry altogether.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, no hate, but is this really the kind of person that you want to be working at a gym? I don't know, it just sets a weird vibe to me.
Because his water bottle was too big to fit in their designated cup holder.
So I'm in here at Planet Fitness with this bottle, and Miss Ashley does not want to allow me to work out because she says my bottle will not fit into her cup holder.
What does it matter? There are barely any... The only thing that you put a cup holder in are the many cardio machines they have. I set my water bottle on the ground or on top of the machine if they have one of those. Some of the machines have this little like pad thing that you can rest it on top. And I normally put my bottle and my phone up there, or I put my bottle and phone on the ground. Yeah, I don't know.
Imagine asking someone to leave because they're drinking water and being healthy. For being a judgment-free facility, all they do is judge, and this is why their approach is so controversial. The judgment-free slogan is targeted toward their main demographic, beginners, but in order to achieve this branding, they have to be judgmental toward anyone who isn't a beginner, making their approach incredibly hypocritical.
So, no judgment, except you get to judge.
That's right.
We won't judge or criticize you.
I feel like that's... Yeah, clipped out of context. I mean, I feel like there was definitely more, and they were just cut off in the middle of that sentence, but I'm going to be real. I'm not going to be bothered to try and find that interview just to debunk that or whatever.
Unless you're someone in shape in a gym. No judgment zone unless we are the ones judging. Planet Fitness, no judging. Also, Planet Fitness judges anyone who actually wants to work out properly, with this criticism also being bundled in with more sinister theories about why Planet Fitness fights tooth and nail in order to maintain their judgment-free branding. If you think about it, the entire concept is an incredible idea. By keeping the judgmental people away, you only attract the insecure who pity themselves. At the same time, you keep away any serious lifter who could show what is possible, therefore reassuring these half-heartedly gym goers that what they're doing is absolute peak performance. The picture of roid-raging testosterone monsters is planted into people's heads, thus binding them even stronger to that gym. Financially speaking, it's a masterpiece.
I have an issue with this phraseology. The judgmental people. Really what they're talking about is people who are already in shape. And there's nothing wrong with having... I think a great sign for a gym to have is if you have people that are not in shape, like it's clearly their first day, first week, whatever at the gym, and then you also have people in that same mix at that same gym who are very much in shape, because then you can kind of see, oh shit, I can go from that to that. And I can do that if I am consistently going here and all of that. I think that that could be a very good, empowering and inspiring thing. But I don't think there's anything wrong necessarily with wanting to cater to beginners. I would say it's more beginner and intermediate, but I mean, if you do want to really kind of progress and like really, I mean, look, it's not the kind of place for a bodybuilder, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think overall Planet Fitness is a net positive, but we will get to some of their sinister practices that I also disagree with in a minute here.
Perhaps this is a bit of a conspiracy theory, but it's also possible that it's in Planet Fitness's best interest to keep their members out of shape so they'll continue to pay for membership. On the first Monday of every month, Planet Fitness hosts Pizza Monday, during which free pizza is given to members before, after, and even during their workouts. Then
I don't understand. How would you do it during? You're what?
Similarly, on the second Tuesday of every month, Planet Fitness has Bagel Tuesday, following the same concept but with free bagels.
I have never seen either of these. Not once.
Planet Fitness makes a pretty decent argument for why they consider this to be acceptable, stating on their website, it's okay to indulge in a treat every once in a while. The truth is, one slice of pizza isn't going to destroy a month's worth of work in the gym, which is why Planet Fitness Pizza Monday and Bagel Tuesday only roll around once a month.
That is true. And I do highly recommend, if you are going to work out if you're going to work out and diet, and I do recommend doing both, absolutely it is good to have a cheat day. I have one cheat day once a week now where I allow myself 1,000 more calories than I do the rest of the week. But you can do your cheat day where you just don't track anything and you completely you don't worry about what you're eating at all. If that's the way you want to handle a cheat day, that's perfectly fine. The Rock, Dwayne The Rock John... Oh, here, I don't need a YouTube for this. The Rock is apparently, and I mean, this dude is like huge and like massively in shape and everything. he has these insane cheat days. Now, I believe he only does these once a month, but still, that motto, that idea of it's not bad to indulge every once in a while, I do agree with. I think that's a very good and healthy way of going about this, and it helps with longevity, because what are you more likely to stick to? Something where you can every once in a while indulge in that thing that tastes good, feels good, whatever it may be, or to just completely quit cold turkey, as it were, and never have that thing that you've built your body up to crave ever again. I can tell you, as someone who's tried, God, fucking everything, veganism, keto, all that stuff, I would have one day where I'd like go out with friends and I would not order something that was for my new diet, and I would just completely spiral downward from there. I'd be like, oh shit, I completely messed up, I wasn't supposed to do this, So cheat days absolutely do help. And rest days. If you're going to work out, please have at least one rest day. If you want to work out 6 days a week, that's fine, but give yourself at least one rest day to recoup. I recommend 2 rest days, but if you want to do 1, it's up to you.
Moderation is key, yet as you might expect, these free junk food days have come with even more public backlash.
I'm doing like squats and deadlifts, and the smell of like 100 pizzas is coming at me. It's just not right, Planet Fitness. Come on. The pizza being in the gym, it's just not right. They don't go together. Offer free salads, offer free, I don't know, protein shakes. But
I do agree. I agree with this to an extent, because you could liken this to saying, having an AA meeting at a bar, or having an open bar at an AA meeting. I get that. I do understand this mentality, and I agree. I don't think that they should be giving out free pizza and or bagels or anything like that, because if you're in the gym to try and get healthier, get in shape, whatever it may be, that junk food, which is what it is, can trigger you in a way. And yeah, that may not be the best thing.
pizza? No, Planet Fitness.
Pizza at a gym is like having AA meetings in a bar. Nothing like...
Oh shit, just what I said. I find that funny. Oh, she just holds up. No Planet. Now, okay, I will say, if they are going to do this, I think that the best method would be to say, have the pizza and bagels in a break room of some sort, and even tell people, hey, don't take this out on the gym floor, only have this in the break room, so to speak.
Getting a good workout than enjoying a high-calorie pizza afterwards, #gains.
There are people that do this, by the way, where they'll work out and then they'll immediately go to McDonald's across the street, or something like that. So,
It's actually a genius tactic. You go there to lose weight and get in shape, they give you pizza, you gain some weight, you have to go back to lose that weight. Keeps you in that gain weight, lose weight cycle. Planet Fitness not actually wanting their members to lose weight might also explain some of the other things that you can get with your membership, such as their total body enhancement chamber, which sounding like...
Now I will say, I only have the $10 a month membership, so I don't really know anything about if you have a black card or anything else like that.
A pile of infomercial garbage, apparently helps work muscle groups, firms and tones the body, as well as helps reduce stress. However, these no-effort scam machines just reiterate the type of customers that Planet Fitness are generally going after. Their cheap $10 per month memberships are seemingly designed to appeal to people who will go once or twice, never turn up again, but also never cancel their membership because, well, nobody can be bothered to go into the gym to cancel it when it's only 33 cents per day.
What do I have to do to cancel this membership? Oh, you have to come into the location or else write a letter. The gym where I stay is 45 minutes away from where I live at. Is those the only 2 ways? Yes, those are the only 2 ways. You have to physically come in to cancel your membership.
And judging from some of the videos on YouTube, it seems like this strategy is incredibly effective.
I've given them $10 a month for 4 years, and I've never stepped foot inside the gym.
Just to add a cherry on top of the cake, if you do want to cancel your membership, there are then massive fees involved, as well as other small charges that force you to spend more money before you officially leave.
Yes, this is a big thing, and this hit me. I started Planet Fitness in last October. I started then, a couple months later, going to a gym called Crunch Fitness. I do like Crunch as well. And then, because Planet Fitness was closer, I decided to go back to Planet Fitness. And I was astounded, because when I left Planet Fitness and went to Crunch, my fees for leaving were insane. I think I spent over like $100 just to cancel the membership. So yeah, I will agree, it is pretty shitty. They definitely do not want you to leave. And then in comparison, by the way, when I left Crunch, it was like $20, like total, something like that.
You don't break your contract, because if you break your contract, then it's $150 to get out of it. I see that I still got a payment, a charge from Planet Fitness. Now my membership is discontinued. Trying to get rid of gym memberships is basically trying to get rid of a boyfriend that won't go away or a nasty rash.
Their business model is to sell memberships to people who don't go regularly. Think about it, there can be 10,000 members for that one gym, but if everyone goes, then the place would be so busy it would either violate legal codes or be so packed you wouldn't be able to work out because everyone is using something, and honestly, it's hard to blame them. Businesses are created to make money, and with over 2,000 gyms across the globe, Planet Fitness has been extremely successful, yet unfortunately they've done so whilst picking up the nickname Planet Fatness in the process.
I don't know if I necessarily disagree that... But what the hell is this? The brutal collapse of whatever. I think that was a prank channel, Sis vs. Bro. Anyway, I don't disagree that might be their business model. It might be. I don't know. Like I said, though, personally, I've never had any issue with that, with any of those things. Look, if you've gone to Planet Fitness yourself and you haven't had issues with them, good for you. If you have gone and you have had these issues or any other kind, by all means, find another gym. The best gym, as I said in the beginning, is the one that you go to. So if you enjoy Planet Fitness, you have a good experience like I do, and I'm sure enough people do to keep going, then by all means keep going. If you want to find something else, find something else. But if you're thinking about checking it out, don't let videos like this scare you away from not even checking it out. If it's close to you, if it's convenient, if it's less intimidating, especially if you're just starting out and you just want to lose a little bit of weight, or you're just starting on your fitness journey and you want to just go and start doing something, by all means, do that. You know, they also say that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So even if that first step is Planet Fitness, at least it's something. Anyway, the important thing is that you take care of yourself, you love yourself, and you keep yourself happy and healthy. If that's through Planet Fitness, more power to you. I won't judge you. I use it myself. Maybe someday I'll leave again and have to pay the fees out the ass again. But for now, it's working just fine. As always, though, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what yours are in the comments down below. Follow me on social media for more. Links in the description. Leave a like if you like, and if not, I hope you find something to do like. Later, guys. Peace and love.